Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the first edition of the Monstah'S Draft Report. I'm going to be doing a whole series on NFL draft prospects and telling you what I think of them, breaking down their film. I think it's obvious who we should start with first. That's Aidan Hutchinson, the 6'6", 265 beast out of Michigan defensive end. I think he's going to go number one or number two. There's no way he leads the top three for Aidan Hutchinson. All right, let's start off right away with some of his strengths. I think his best strength is that he's a power rusher. If you see some of his film, he's bulldozing through tackles that are literally draft prospects. He's been doing this all 3 years at Michigan. I know 2020 he had the ankle fracture. We'll get into that, but this dude is a beast. He's a huge reason why Michigan did what they did this year. If they didn't have Aidan Hutchinson, they still have David Ajabu on the other side of him. But Aidan Hutchinson is that man, the leader on defense. Hey, Chase Winovich walks, so Aidan Hutchinson can run. Don't ever forget that, but I don't. There's no way Aidan Hutchinson leads the top three. His power rush is his best feature. Hey, I hate to be that guy that classify all the white people together, but he's got that work ethic. He's got that high motor that people say he definitely has. He's got the eye black coming down his face. He is electrifying to watch. He can run sideline to sideline. His defensive. How big he is. He can run sideline to sideline. He has great pursuit. This man can do it all. I think his next best trait is his hands. The way he throws people off him. You can't. If you try to hand fight him, you're not going to win. He wins at the point of contact every time. That's how good Aidan Hutchinson is. If he wins with his hands, it's over with. That's why he's so good at the power rush. Those two kind of go together. So I think number three, we kind of talked about his relentless motor. He can go sideline to sideline. He'll chase down. He's got that bend. He's got that bend off the edge. Hey, Aidan Hutchinson, if you want to turn around your franchise and you need a defensive player, there's no better way than Aidan Hutchinson, man. So he's got there. And he doesn't really have a nickname, so I'm giving it to him. Big Game Hutch. In his biggest games of the year, he's had 8 total sacks. I think the biggest games were Penn State, Ohio State, the game, Michigan State, all these states, and Iowa. All right, let's start off with Ohio State. 3 sacks against Ohio State. He's one of the biggest reasons why they won. Everybody sees it every weekend after Thanksgiving. Ohio State just steals rolls over Michigan every year. Besides the whole JT Barrett, was he short? Was he not? But Aidan Hutchinson came to play in the Michigan Wolverines did too. Aidan Hutchinson was a huge part of their success this year, like I said earlier. But that game, that's the reason why he's over guys like Kayvon Thibodeau, George Paradas, because of the performance he did against Ohio State. 3 sacks and 3 tackles for loss? That's huge. That is because there were some big key plays they needed, and he got it to them. On 3rd down, he got a huge sack. Penn State was down this year, but he still had 3 sacks against them. You still can't say, oh, well, it's just Penn State. Who says that? Right? So he's definitely had 3 sacks. That Michigan State game, yeah, he only had 1 sack against Michigan State, but he was doing damage. He was hitting stuff out the air. He had that where he tackled Kenneth Walker in open field. He's tackling the number 1 running back in college football in open field. They threw him a screen pass, and he easily just tackled him right away. So this guy is good. And then the Iowa game, they tried to double team him the whole game. There was one where he hit that speed rush, and that they tried to double team him with the running back, and he instantly just tackled and sacked the quarterback. So big game Hutch, and I think the last thing is his scheme fit. He can play any scheme you want. You want a 4-3, you want a 3-4, you want a 3-3 stand-up end, 4-6. I mean, any defense you want, he can be in that position. I could see him being that TJ Watt kind of guy in Pittsburgh where if you need him to rush, you can rush, but if you need him to cover the flat, cover 3, if you need to cut flat, cover 4, you want to do some disguising, he can definitely do that. With his skill range, I think he's one of the best prospects in this draft. His only weaknesses, though, I think I'm kind of nitpicking here. 2020 injury, he had the fractured ankle. That's obviously not good. That's not obviously what you want to see. But look how he bounced back this year. So, you can nitpick that, but that's still one of his big flaws. He had a huge injury that sidelined him. He only played 2 games, 2022, didn't record a single sack. So that 2020, year kind of made people kind of question him, but the way he bounced back this year was definitely good. I think something he has to do, though, is speed rush consistency. He's not going to be your every down speed rusher off the edge. So he needs to work on that because he likes to overpower guys and use his power all the time. But you can see him here and there. He's been opening the arsenal and doing the speed rush. But if he can get more consistent at that, I think, I know he's gonna be all pro kind of guy, all Pro Bowl kind of guy. But if he gets that to the next level, so I think Fitz, Jaguars, Lions, Texans, and that's obvious because that's the top three. If a team wants to come in down and trade for him, then they're obviously gonna do that. They're gonna pick him. But I think it's weird because the Jacksonville really need a defensive end, or they want somebody to protect Trevor Lawrence. I think we'll find that more when we find out who the GM is, who's the head coach, all of that good stuff. But I think he should be number one. But he's my overall 3 on my big board. He's currently behind Kyle Hamilton and Tyler Linderbaum. But man, he's right there in grade. Top 5 grade. It's not like, I think a comparison for him would be J.J. Watt out of Wisconsin. The more he plays with the BMF, the bad motherfucker mentality, you can see him when he's playing Ohio State's hitting the head and just speed rushes through the dude, power rushes the dude. So he is a bad motherfucker, man. That's just who he is. And I think the other one people are saying a lot is Nick Bosa out of the Ohio State. So I can definitely see those two. But Aidan Hutchinson, man, he's gonna be all pro one day. He's gonna be, if you want him on your team, definitely get his jersey, number 97. And come to the game wearing the eye black and everything. This dude is not to be messed with on the defensive line. You need some offensive tackles in the league to guard this guy coming up soon. But make sure to subscribe to 6 Minute Blitz for more draft content. Check out our playlist for more draft content. We don't have stuff up right now, but maybe by the time you're watching this, we're going to have way more. But this is the first video of the Monstah'S Draft Report. Starting off right with Aidan Hutchinson, number 3 in my big board, but I haven't checked the number 1 right now. But make sure to subscribe to 6 Minute Blitz. We also have a podcast that comes out every Friday, so check that out. We have also some great other series, so check that out. Subscribe, like, comment down below what you think of Aidan Hutchinson. Do you want him on your team? Do you think Kevon Thibodeau's better? Do you think George Parafas is better? What you got an NFL comparison for Aidan Hutchinson? Just let me know down in the comments, man. But that's all I got, and we'll see you guys next video. Make sure to subscribe. Peace.